Right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Hashem Wakar Kadash, and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son Bahashem, and the name of Mashiach Habashai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the last one Kadash Lotan. And that's a Barakathon to the elders and apostles, wa Akim, wa Akwaf, and that's a Shalom. And this is a prophecy update as of October 30th, 2025, on Thursday. And this is a news article from RT.com as of October 30th, 2025, and it reads, it says Trump orders nuclear weapons test. The U.S. president has said that he was left with no choice in the light of the Russia and China arsenals. Right, because you've been seeing the alliance between China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea from an economical perspective and a military cooperation perspective as well, too. Despite the fact they're trying to ease the tensions with these nations, what the United States is trying to do. Because you got, I think Donald Trump met with the president, Xi Jinping, has his trip over there to Asia. Potentially, they might sign some type of trade deal, I believe, potentially. It says the U.S. President Donald Trump has ordered a Pentagon to resume nuclear weapons testing, citing strategic competition with Moscow and Beijing. It says Trump made an announcement ahead of his meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping in Bashan in South Korea on Thursday, local time. The United States has more nuclear weapons than any other country. This was accomplished including a complete update and renovation of existing weapons during my first term in office. Because of the tremendous destructive powers, I hated to do it, but I have no choice. It says Trump wrote on his Truth social media platform. Russia is second, and China is a distant third. There will be, even in 5 years, because of other countries' testing programs. I have instructed Department of War to start testing our nuclear weapons on an equal basis. That process will begin immediately, he added. The U.S. halted nuclear tests in 1992 under a congressional mandated moratorium. Medium members of the Trump cabinet reportedly discussed reversal of the moratorium during the first term after the U.S. accused Russia and China of secretly conducting underground low-yield nuclear tests, a claim Beijing and Moscow denied. According to a recent estimate by the Stockholm International Peace and Research Institute, the U.S. has 5,177 nuclear warheads, while Russia has 5,459, and China is projected to reach 1,500 by 2035. The U.S. test fired an unarmed nuclear capability, Minuteman III intercontinental ballistic missile in February, and launched 4 Trident II missiles from a submarine in September. Earlier this month, Russia test fired its new nuclear capability, cruise missiles, produced by a small nuclear reactor that gives it a virtual unlimited range. It's that Joel, the 3rd chapter. Because he had the Trump administration said he had no choice but to upgrade their nuclear capability, while they have while Russia and China building up their nuclear capability. So that definitely goes into that Joel, the 3rd chapter. Yeah, this is the prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men in war draw near. Right, this is a prime example. Trump orders nuclear weapons tests. The U.S. president has said that he was left with no choice in the light of the Russia and China arsenal. Yep, Prophet Joel chapter 3, verse 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Right, and that's what the Heavenly Father's doing, putting that warlike mindset of these armies of nations, building up their nuclear capability, upgrading their nuclear capability, so you can have these more nuclear escalations. So, more military exercise drills, more nuclear trainings, more nuclear drills, building up more nuclear capability, funding more in their military capability, and these nuclear escalations and tensions, which is only going to continue to increase between these nations. And that's what we're seeing on a daily basis. So expect to see the Heavenly Father continue to put that warlike mindset. He's going to wake up the armed men of these arms of nations. That's what we're seeing continuously. This is the prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. Beat your plowshares and swords and the plenty hooks at the spears, and let the weak say strong. Right, just like yesterday, you had North Korea launch one of their two cruise missiles ahead of Donald Trump met with the president of South Korea. So that shows that the tensions heating up between these nations, especially North Korea versus South Korea, Japan, and the United States. Then you got the Russia-Ukraine situation going on. And then you got the tensions are heating up down there in Latin America. You know, the Venezuela's armies on standby versus the United States armies down there in Latin America. And this is Matthew's. Yep, this is the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Right, that's what we're hearing, wars and rumors of wars. As it says again, Trump orders a nuclear weapons test. Yep, these are wars and rumors of wars. It said, ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not in trouble, for all these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, it's going to come to pass, but not end just, it's not going to end just yet. Matthew 24 and verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation. Right, Russia versus Ukraine, Russia versus the United States, the EU and NATO versus Belarus and Russia. That's wars and rumors of wars. For nation shall rise against nation, which goes into ethnos, and kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. So this was just a quick prophecy updates as of October the 30th, 2025 on this Thursday. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakar Kadash, and the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, and his unbegotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashma Kadash tongue. And I say Barakadam to the elders and apostles, where I came Aqua. Until next time, I would say Shalom.